A warning tonight from local health officials. The North Dakota Health and Human Services Department is reporting 73 cases of whooping cough this year. That's way up compared to 17 cases last year. Cases have occurred in 11 counties compared to just 2 last year. They range from infants to adults. 4 infants have been hospitalized as well. Early symptoms can last up to 2 weeks and include runny nose, low-grade fever, mild cough, and struggled breathing. In advanced cases, a person may experience coughing fits, broken ribs from that coughing, and vomiting. It's most severe in infants and it is very contagious. Talk to your doctors about your options if you have concerns.